Hello, everybody. It's Star Singer, and it's August 27th. I'm going to go directly into a question that has been asked to me for some years, but it came today again in a very clear way after I made those videos yesterday. So, you mentioned we could ask you for specific steps on how to use the QFT for those of us who got the jab. I unfortunately made the mistake back in 2021 and got the first 2 shots plus a booster, and I'm now seriously regretting it. My 2 daughters got 2 doses as well. Thus far, none of us have any side effects that we are aware of. So, for one, don't regret it, okay? This is the mark of the beast, and it was put on as many people as possible, and it's okay, because the QFT has been brought from the future to bring miracles to situations like this. And the Christians truly do believe that the jab is the mark of the beast. But don't get afraid of that. Don't get afraid of that, especially if you're in communication with me and you have direct contact with the QFT. The QFT is a miracle technology. It can heal anything. It can remove anything at its source. And I am also doing prayers and charging all of these frequencies with the tachyon to run on its own without people knowing how to use it, so that they can get this jab out of their body, so that they can get this toxic thing out of their body, right? And the mark, so they can get it off of them. And this is part of the timeline shift that I helped to create on 8/8, and then they blew up my island. Anyway, I'll get into that in another day, because I have a lot to say about that right now too. But I gotta stay focused. Let me stay focused. Okay, so I made a playlist. Let me get to it. So these are the frequencies you want, okay? So CPU, central nervous system. It's in the master codes of the luminescence level. Crystal membrane, it's also in the master codes of the luminescence level. Vibrational alignment is in luminescence as well. Restore mitochondria is in turquoise. Oxygen is also in turquoise. Rebirth, primordial water's origin, restructuring, and regeneration. And oxygen. You want to throw in that oxygen throughout the day. You know, we're going to be doing, everybody should be doing this on a clinical trial basis. And that means that you're going to be taking notes, you're going to be doing it, and then you're going to be throwing in oxygen, restructuring, regeneration in between these frequencies. So work on your CPU, central nervous system. And then once you feel a bit of a breakthrough with that, and this is your intention, okay? Your intention is to surround all vaccine, all dangerous chemicals or toxins of the vaccine, any spiritual, emotional, mental side effects, erasing cause, effect, record, and memory of it ever existing in your body. So what we're going to do, and what I'm going to help everybody to do using the technology, is we're going to remove this out of your bodies as if it never happened, because this vaccine should have never happened. Ashe. So, CPU, central nervous system, use that for 1 day. On and off, on and off, on and off, on and off, as long as you feel. Remember, you have to use your intuition when you're using the QFT. You have to focus your mind. Focus your mind. I'm clearing my body of this vaccine, any negative side effects that could ever appear in any future of my existence. It is being removed at the core, at the source, and it will never return. And my immune system is stronger. This is where you want to have your brain when you're working on something like this. Because this one woman said she got the vaccine in 2021. So that's 2 years ago. We're in 2023. Okay, let me just take a breath. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna break this down for you, what I see in my third eye, what this vaccine is doing to people's bodies inside their body. So you also want to throw the RNA DNA frequency in there. And there's a 12-strand DNA frequency in the turquoise level. If people don't have the higher levels, that one will also work. So you know, you're going to have to watch this video a few times to just take notes of everything I'm saying, because sometimes I go fast. It depends on what state of consciousness I'm in. So basically, you know, what I see it doing is it's creating these tiny little mutations all over inside of the DNA, on the cells, and on the spinal cord, on the nervous system, even in the brain, back here, I see it. The spinal cord. Some things are happening with people's spinal cord because of the vaccine. And this is just what I'm shown. You tune in for yourself. You know, like I said, I don't know what anyone else is saying about this because I don't watch it. I just tune in for myself and I get shown, and then I share with you what I am shown. So these tiny little mutations are forming on cells, on the spine, on the nervous system, around. They're just moving around, and they're mutations. They're like this weird little virus thing that's moving around and attaching to the cells. And then it attaches to a cell and it starts to mutate the cell. It's like crazy what I'm seeing with this thing. But anyway, we're going to take care of it right now, and everyone's going to get this message eventually and know what to do. So CPU, central nervous system, crystal membrane, vibrational alignment creation, restore the mitochondria, oxygen, rebirth, primordial waters origin, regeneration, restructuring, RNA, DNA, holographic healing pod, which is in the emerald level, or the 12-strand DNA frequency. And then you want to throw in the oxygen in there as much as you can. As much as you can, you want to be flushing your body with the oxygen. And if you have Apple, then we have family sharing opened up, so you can have it running. You can have all these frequencies running on different devices. And we just did that for everybody in the past few months. We opened up family sharing on Apple. Unfortunately, Android doesn't have it. So, you know, if you need it on more than one device, you know, just email me, and you need to send me a screenshot of your receipt, and I'll unlock it for you on another device. Just because I want people to get healed. I really do. That's why I brought this technology to the earth from 800 years in the future. Because this mark has to be removed. And I'm working on other levels to get it removed from the whole collective, like it never existed. You know. Okay, so those frequencies, you want to work with them. So go back and watch the video, take a list of the frequencies, what I just transmitted, because I don't even remember, it was so fast. That's what happens sometimes with me when I'm talking about these things. So basically, and you got to remember, you want to be in a parasympathetic state. Your mind has got to be in the right state. You can't be in a stressful state and try and do this. It's not going to work. It won't work. So, you know, either do it like right before you go to sleep, when you're already in a relaxed state, you know, or in the morning when you wake up, right? You know, men are more active in the morning, and women are more active at night. It's just a scientific thing about men and women. So, you know, you want to do this when your chi is in a less active state. Then it's easier for you to put yourself into a parasympathetic state and quiet your mind and all these things. And just have good speakers. You know, some people can't handle having the headphones on, so just surround yourself in really good speakers, and go into it. You know, there's 7 frequencies on this list, and then I'm suggesting that you throw in the regeneration, restructuring, and oxygen as much as possible, in between your running these frequencies. So these frequencies are all parasympathetic. So that means that you can run them for as long as you want, and they won't have any negative stress effect on your system. So basically, some frequencies that are more high vibration, more like the vitality frequency, for instance, you don't want to run that one for too long, because what it does, the vitality frequency is amazing. If you feel like you're getting too much in a parasympathetic state, you want to run that vitality frequency for about 20 minutes, and it'll balance out everything in your body. Because what the vitality does is it restores your the balance between you being in a hyper state and in a parasympathetic state, right? So the vitality frequency will basically, balance you out. So if you're getting too much in a parasympathetic state, that's not good either, right? So you want to keep a balance, right? So if you feel like you're too sleepy, like the body really does need to sleep when you're healing a big thing, or when you're moving a big thing out of your body. But if you're feeling like drowsy, from listening to the frequencies, listen to that vitality frequency, and then take a break altogether, for a day. You can't overcharge your body with these frequencies, because it's different. It's not like normal frequencies. But you can bring yourself into like a really strong parasympathetic state where you just want to sleep all the time because your body wants to heal. And if you can't rest that much because you have to work or whatever, then you want to run that vitality frequency, because that will balance it out. So I think that's probably about it. So let's do some clinical trials. That answers that question. That's what I get. And you can also, in the bonus material, we have the God particle frequency. And whenever you feel like you need that extra boost, just throw that God particle frequency in there. Bonus material opens up when you buy turquoise level. And there's also a tachyon waterfall that's really amazing. And then, after all of this is done, and you've done this for 7 days, I suggest everyone go back into the womb with the primordial waters and do a factory reset on yourself. And, really just intend that your body is healed. Know that your body is healed. And know that your immune system is strong and has the ability to fight off anything that's coming from these man-made situations. Okay, so I think I'm done. Peace and blessings, everybody. Aloha keakua.